I'm Adam Watson.
I'm Trinity Watson.
This is the Dark Slayer Mafia Power Hour.
Where it's probably going to be nowhere near an hour, maybe.
Not on this one, I don't think.
No.
This is the Cartoon Network Holy Cow, a free comic featuring Cow and Chicken. I think that's the entire title of this. Or maybe it's Holy Cow, a free Cartoon Network comic. Yeah, that's probably actually how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So, this was your choice. What made you decide on this one?
I feel like we haven't done enough Cartoon Network comics and stuff on the channel. And I also really like Cow and Chicken.
I like Cow and Chicken too. I've seen this comic a number of times, but I've never actually picked it up. And it's always interesting to know if it'll find its voice in another format, you know? Mm-hmm. Because a lot of the jokes in Cow and Chicken only work because of the way they're told. The voices of the characters, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I also wanted to pick it up because I really want to look at a lot of free comics and see if they actually do
promo comics.
Yeah, like you.
That's my goal, is to look at all of them we can possibly look at. I would tell you the history of this one, but I don't know it.
Yeah, I also don't know it. It's one that I've had in my long box for forever. I probably picked it up at Cosmic or something.
By how many times I've seen this thing in 50-cent bins, my guess would be that this was just given away for free at comic shops.
Yeah.
This was just like a promo sent out to a bunch of different shops and they could just hand them out at will. Mm-hmm. That's my guess. I don't know that for a fact. So before we get into this comic, though, we post videos every single day. They go live at 9 a.m. Pacific time. We take a look at comics published by every single publisher. Doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter the era the comic comes from. Last week, we even took a look at a Wonder Woman jumbo-sized coloring book from 1975 that happened to be a comic as well. Just shows the variety of the shit that we look through.
We've even looked at a comic book calendar.
We have. In addition to that, we also post previews, books that are being distributed by Comics Mainstream, and sometimes feature previews, books that we're publishing through Dark Slayer Comics. Mm-hmm. So let's take a look through this. This was written by Michael Krager, the arts by Glenn Barr, lettered by Phil Felix, colored by Bernie Marotte, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So it starts off with Cow and Chicken walking down the road as Chicken just litters like a complete dick. Mm-hmm. Right away, they're drawn in the way that I would expect them to be drawn. Their body language is what I'd expect it to be. This is a really good toss that Chicken's doing. It really looks like it could be from the animated series.
Yeah, they're very faithful to that house style.
Yeah, and their dialogue is spot on.
Yeah.
Chicken is a little bit more of an ass. Cow's trying to get him to do the right thing. She's a little bit more of a goody two-shoes. So, yeah, makes sense. She's lecturing him on the importance of recycling. He doesn't care about that. He wants to destroy the world. That's really clear.
Yep.
And then Cow tells him he can get a nickel for every can he collects. Mm-hmm. And that's when she really piques his interest, because he could get a mini bike. And apparently in his head, this is what a mini bike looks like. I don't know that that's actually what a mini bike should look like, but yeah,
absolutely
why not? And is he sitting on a crate?
Yes.
Is that what this seat is?
I really love seeing cartoons and stuff adapted into comics, because you can really see all of the unhinged expressions that they use in the comics or the cartoons and stuff.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you get close-ups on them.
Yeah.
And you can stare at it for as long as you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so back home, Cow's eating cereal in the most disgusting way possible, which was in the cartoon many times, if I recall correctly. Mm-hmm. Mom and Dad are having a conversation about how he's out recycling, and they think that they've raised a good citizen. Cow knows the truth, though. He's only doing it for the money.
Yeah. And he gives all his cans to a naked man.
Yeah, why is this guy just in his tidy whities? Dirty tidy whities.
Who knows?
Yeah, whatever the case, this isn't the guy who gives you money. This is just the guy who picks up recycling.
Mm-hmm.
Really weird vehicle to pick up recycling in.
Yeah.
Really weird that he's just in his underwear.
This is one
Does
of those,
seem like something that would be in the cartoon, though.
Yeah, this is one of those universes that, like, doing random things all the time and, like, the system of the world doesn't make sense, but that works very well.
The theme
For the
song is literally Mama had a chicken,
Yeah.
Mama had a cow,
Yeah.
Papa was proud and he didn't care how.
Yeah, it's like...
This is a wrong world in every way, shape, and form.
And so many cartoons and stuff today don't get that kind of thing right, and
Yeah.
it's a real shame.
Chicken figures out that he's got to involve his really stupid friends
Mm-hmm.
in getting scrap metal because they've discovered that scrap metal is actually just as valuable as aluminum cans.
Yeah,
Yeah. Do you remember what the idiotic friends' names are?
absolutely not.
Okay. After collecting everything they did not get legally, look, there's a stop sign in a U.S. mailbox there.
Mm-hmm.
They take it to Inferno Scrap Metal, and if you've ever seen the cartoon, you probably know where this is headed. So once in there, the weirdest design Cerebus.
I love this design so much.
But is it like a costume that all three dogs are in? Why
I
are
don't know. Why are two of the heads discolored?
I don't know. But they discover the intruders and take them to the devil guy who never wears pants.
Mm-hmm.
I don't actually know what his name is or if he even has one.
I think it's just the devil.
This is an ad that does not hold up.
No.
If that ad worked at the time this was made, it doesn't now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he goes through the whole process of affirming that this all actually belongs to them. He has to know it doesn't.
Yeah.
And is just about to give them their money. Seems like he was actually going to do the right thing for once.
Mm-hmm.
He discovers that Chicken is cheating by putting his foot on the scale. So he takes him over to his Inferno scrap metal smelter, and they think he's going to toss him in there. But in reality, he just needs them to do menial labor, shoveling in all of the scrap metal and doing his work for him.
Yeah, which is fair if, you know, people are trying to cheat you on
Right,
on
right.
that
Yeah,
stuff.
it's no different than making somebody wash dishes at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he does go to the excess of putting ball and chain on them, though.
Yeah.
Fortunately for Chicken, Cow's out doing her whole superhero thing.
Mm-hmm.
And just randomly speaking in Spanish the whole time. Did she randomly speak in Spanish when she was doing the superhero thing?
Yeah. She only spoke in Spanish when she was in her super cow form.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a long time since I saw the cartoon. I've probably seen every single episode, but I just don't remember it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she shows up and beats the dog with her udders, which is so disgusting.
And also true to the cartoon, she does do that.
Right? And then she beats the devil with her udders.
Mm-hmm.
And Chicken learns no lesson.
No.
No. But Cow, she knows recycling is essential. So, you know, at least Cow's a good character. Chicken is horrible in every way. And then we get to a kind of interesting Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, Daphne's dealing with a stalker.
Yeah. The story in this is by Chris Duffy.
Mm-hmm.
Art and letters by Tim Harkins. Coloring by Patricia Mulvihill. I believe is how you say that. So, this is wordless beyond and besides what you see on the newspaper headlines, which I think that's really interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the whole thing is that the Scooby-Doo gang apprehends a guy, and when they demask him, he's this guy, but he falls instantly in love with Daphne.
Yeah.
The way his hair is and everything makes me think this guy's like 20 years older than her.
Yeah, and aren't they all teenagers?
I
or
thought
something?
so.
Yeah.
I always thought they were mystery-solving teens.
Yeah, if this guy is like totally creeping on her stuff.
Yeah,
and
he's
the newspapers and stuff.
Yeah. And once he gets out of prison, Pinky and the Brain stand with Superman and Batman.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens next in the story?
We'll never know.
He just commits crime that they have to unmask right away.
Yeah.
And then again, I like that he's the candy box monster. That's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
And again, until finally Velma gets an idea. And I'm not sure what her word balloon means. Roses plus box plus diamond. I mean, it sure seems that she's telling Daphne he's trying to marry her.
Yeah.
And I don't know why Daphne would think it would be a good idea to play off this, but she carries around autographed pictures of herself for a reason, apparently.
I guess. I don't like that they rewarded the villain.
Yeah, in a way that doesn't help out with the creep factor.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
It's not a good message. Like, yes, reward your stalker with more
this guy
material
comes
of
across as a
yourself.
pedophile. I mean, like, I get this comic came out quite a while ago.
Right.
And the way society thinks now is differently, where, stuff that came across this way may not have came across as anything back then. It might have, but
Yeah.
reading it through the lens of today, it's like, this guy should be in prison for a lot longer. He's an older guy that's stalking a teenage girl, but
Yeah.
it's also just a joke. So,
Right.
the only thing, it probably only bothers me because this was a comic that was supposed to be given away for free to kids.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's a message kids should get. If this were in an adult comic featuring Scooby-Doo characters, but aimed at people who grew up with Scooby-Doo that are like my age and stuff,
Right. Something like
maybe
that.
a little bit different. But this actually aimed at kids, and this isn't the message we should be sending kids.
No.
You should not reward someone who's stalking you.
Yeah. Showing something like this on Harvey Birdman
Would have been fine.
Yeah.
That would have been completely
Yeah,
fine.
because that's like all parodies and
Yeah,
stuff.
they got arrested for being potheads in Harvey Birdman. That'd be fine. Or even if it was in the new Velma TV show, because that's aimed at adults.
Yeah.
That'd be whatever, right? No, your brother'd go crazy over this ad.
Oh, Tyler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's all about those vintage Jankos. And then we get the Jetsons and Robo George. This is well drawn, well written, but I'm just going to state one thing. Cow and Chicken, very recent, very relevant cartoon. Scooby-Doo had tons of reboots, iterations, all that.
Oh, yeah.
Jetsons only could have been done as like a... I don't think they made anything new for it around this time period. It was only like in reruns. Maybe a new movie or something, maybe. But it seems like a weird inclusion in this in ways.
Yeah.
They were doing other Cartoon Network cartoons like Dexter's Laboratory and Powerpuff Girls.
But yeah, the Jetsons feels more like something you'd see with like Yogi Bear and stuff, Like kind of more that time period.
I would say more people that are my age. Cow and Chicken was kind of like right at the time of my little sister being really young.
Right.
I don't know how many years it went, but I know the kids your age still watched it.
Yeah, it was kind of between the millennial Gen X, or not Gen X, Gen Z period.
Yeah. So I would say she wasn't into Jetsons that I recall.
Yeah.
I like the Jetsons, but it was already an old show when I was a kid. It was reruns I was watching.
Yeah, and the only reason I know about it is because of like you introducing us to older cartoons and the
Yeah.
Jetsons having like bonus episodes on those discs
Right.
and stuff.
So this seems like a weird inclusion. Not a bad one though, because the Jetsons is awesome.
Right.
But story in this is by Michael Kupperman, penciled by Bill Ray. Oh, I didn't realize this is Bill Ray artwork.
Oh.
I wouldn't have known this was Bill Ray because there's nothing that's like stands out as kind of weirdly disgusting or anything like that.
Right.
Inks by Stephen De Stefano. Letters by John Constanza. Color by Bernie Merlot. I'm not sure how to say that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it opens up with Mr. Spacely being his usual dick self, having a perfect robot replica made of George Jetson.
Mm-hmm.
Now he has two of them to boss around and two of them to make work, so he's happy. He's always such a little ass.
Yeah.
And then they call in the scientist who's been programming the robot to program it to act like George. In order to do that, he's got to go through a series of questions about how he feels about everything in life. Mr. Spacely's standing right there, though, and he doesn't want to lose his job, so he lies for a solid 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next day, they have the Robo George taking George's place, and now he's been painted to look like George on top of it.
Yeah.
And he's a super efficient worker, way better than George. Mr. Spacely might just fire George. Then later that night at home, he makes dinner. He doesn't do it that well, though. That is not cooked meat.
No.
And he's all snuggly with his wife. He loves his kids. He's going to go play ball with Elroy.
Mm-hmm. How does anybody touch him and not realize that that's not flesh?
Yeah, they have a robot maid.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, and then later that night, they throw a party in their house where Astro can apparently play the saxophone.
Yeah.
And this is where I'm like, his wife's getting freaky with him.
In front of the kids.
Right? And then to reinforce that point, she's all snuggled up to the robot in bed.
Oh, God.
So this is something completely different in the comic than they would have done in the TV show. In the TV show, they would have had to have separate beds.
Mm-hmm.
Because the era it came out in, you couldn't show characters in bed together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I first saw that, I was like, oh, that's weird. I don't think I've ever seen George and Jane in the same bed before.
Wow. That's wild to think about. Like, that wasn't that long ago that, like, all those regulations and stuff were on air. And
yeah, so, like, in the 60s and 70s, I think is when it was. Or maybe it was the 50s and 60s. Married couple could not be in bed together. And then I know it wasn't the first show to show a couple in bed together, but the Brady Bunch like normalized seeing it.
Yeah.
Because they shared a bed together, but the Flintstones, the Jetsons, they didn't.
Right.
They were never shown in bed together. It always seemed so weird to me when I was watching the old cartoons, the old shows, to see that. Because like the era I grew up in, we had Married with Children.
Right.
You saw Al and Peggy in bed together in like every episode.
Yeah.
Sometimes multiple times in the same episode. So it didn't seem strange at all, but like the era my parents grew up in, they didn't see it.
Mm-hmm.
So the next day they decide to ask Robo George what he really thinks of everything. And he hates everything.
Yep.
Mr. Spacely is some kind of gargoyle or troll. He's an idiot. Mr. Spacely is not happy about that.
Mm-mm. This ad is creepy. Look at their eyes.
Right?
Their hunger disgusts me.
They did these kind of abstract Captain Crunch ads in comics around this time.
Mm-hmm.
They did a lot of Captain Crunch ads during this time period. It's like the most advertised cereal, I think.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So then George gets mad because Robo George does not like his family and even decides to call his wife plain, which is a real dickhead thing to do.
Yeah.
And then when they go to see what the robot's doing in his job, it quit. And they can't do that because Mr. Spacely purchased this thing. So Mr. Spacely decides he now appreciates George so much that not only is he keeping him on as an employee, but he's giving him a raise. George is so happy about that he lifts him into the air like a little child. I don't know if that was ever done in the cartoon.
This is not a healthy work relationship.
Right. And Jane even tells George through their whatever FaceTime is called in this world that she doesn't actually want him to be so over affectionate. She's happy with him just being the slightly slobbish guy that he already is.
Go on, give us nothing.
Right?
Why is there an image with Batman saying Yabba Dabba Doom?
During this time, Cartoon Network would have had the Flintstones reruns on it.
Mm-hmm.
What does Fred Flintstone say?
Oh, Yabba
Dabba Doo.
Oh, okay.
So this is because the Batman animated series did not start on Cartoon Network. It started on Fox Kids.
Yeah.
This is it being syndicated. And it was going to be shown every weeknight at 6 p.m. So use another character's catchphrase, but twist it, who's already on the channel, to reinforce the whole idea that he's now on Cartoon Network.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense?
Yeah, that's actually good marketing, I feel.
Yeah, and then here's the other serial that was almost always in comics during this time period.
Oh.
Pebbles was heavily advertised for this time period.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what do you think of this overall? Would you be interested in checking out any of the 3 comics that are featured in here? Like the regular issues of them?
I would be, except for the Scooby-Doo one. As somebody from my generation with that, I'd be like, this is kind of weird. I
Right.
don't know if I'd want to
The
pursue something like
Jetsons was better than I thought it was going to be.
that. Yeah.
If
it was
I
a lot
found it
better.
in like 50-cent bins, I probably actually would pick it up.
Yeah,
I might pay as much as like $2 a piece for the Cow and Chickens because I actually did like that. The humor
Yeah.
translated really well to comic form.
Yeah.
All right, you got anything else?
No.
Let's go make some comics. We didn't create the comics that were featured in today's episode, but we did create these. Check out Ghost Assassin in the Cards and the Chihuahua Who Flew Away mini comic, both of which were written by me. The Chihuahua Who Flew Away was illustrated
By me.